Doom: The Dark Ages is software's newest game, and already it has become their biggest launch ever. But I go online only to see the Doom fanbase split between this being the worst Doom game yet or another amazing addition to the series. And once I started playing it for myself, I saw what they meant. The only thing I could think of was, what did they do? And I'm somewhat of a Doom expert. That's right, I played every mainline Doom game once. So when I say that Doom: The Dark Ages is a revelation, I mean it. It's not just another Doom game. It is a reinvention of the franchise, pushing boundaries and delivering an experience different from all of the other games. I'm here to tell you why this is a must-play for any fan of the series. So, a quick bit of history. The Doom franchise was rebooted in 2016 and everyone loved it. And when a sequel, Doom Eternal, came out, everyone loved that one more. But they kinda put the Doom Slayer into a tomb in that game, so naturally Dark Ages had to be a prequel. Which is great because in the timeline, it goes from Doom 64's Lost Level to Doom 2016, so there's big potential for a game in between there. Turns out, there was a war going on between the humans and the makers versus the demons. And the latter is winning. But the makers have an ace up their sleeve with the most powerful weapon they have, the Doom Slayer. So he is sent in and I finally get a taste of the gameplay. And picture this. You have played Doom Eternal and you're expecting very fast-paced gameplay where you weaken demons and then go in for the glory kill. And you begin to play this game, fighting the hordes, weakening the demons, when all of a sudden you realize, where are the glory kills? They took away the glory kills. I want my glory kills back. Yep, they are gone. Kinda. Like, you can get a glory kill animation if you approach a demon from the air. But now once a demon is weak, it's just a quick uppercut or a quick kick, not some beautifully animated cutscene. I can't even begin to explain how big of a shock this was. I mean, Doom 2016 had glory kills, Doom Eternal had more glory kills, so we were expecting Doom Dark Ages to have the most. But instead we get none. And I'm telling you, even without the glory kills, it is still such a fun game. The biggest thing they added to this game is the shield, which you can bash, parry, and throw. Everything about the shield feels great to use and it's an amazing addition. Like, there's nothing wrong with the shield. All of the guns feel great to use as you fight hordes and hordes of demons, but it feels more powerful and streamlined. In Doom Eternal, you had to be the jack of all trades as specific guns were better in certain situations. But here, every gun is powerful, so you just need to pick which one is your favorite and you can use that gun for the whole game. There is no need to switch guns, which I kinda don't like. I prefer Eternal's tactics of use the rifle in this situation, then switch to your shotgun, then pull out your plasma rifle. Every gun felt more involved. And once you get into the flow of combat, it becomes this beautiful dance of throwing your shield to kill a bunch of enemies, and then parrying an attack from a big one, throwing your shield to stun them, and then using your shotgun to blow chunks of their body off. They have streamlined this gameplay to be as smooth as possible, and I love it. Level-wise, they went back to how Doom 2016 maps were, with much bigger, more open maps full of secrets, rather than a much more linear, straight-to-the-action maps that Doom Eternal had. And I said in my last video, if they could make a game with Doom 2016 maps, but with Doom Eternal gameplay, they would have the perfect Doom game. At least they met one of those criteria. As for the other levels, they have times where you're playing as a titan or riding a dragon, and of course, these are amazing. These levels somehow never overstay their welcome, and they reintroduce these levels into the story naturally. It was always fun and exciting seeing the next level be a titan or a dragon level. And I love dragons because I am one, rah! Why did I say that? Oh, that was so cringe. I'm going to lose subscribers. Shiro, don't use that joke. Okay. Story-wise, this is one of the most cinematic stories in a Doom game so far. Granted, Doom 2016 and Eternal didn't have much of a story, so it wasn't that hard to beat them in this category. So the makers have been abusing the Slayer, which I'm sure will become a problem later on. As the bad guy, Prince Azrak is searching for the Heart of Argent, which is just a powerful artifact. Luckily, the humans get to it first. But Azrak launches an attack and gets it, but something is missing. What's missing is Thera. She is important. Also, the glowing thing attached to the Slayer's chest is hooked up to a bomb. This is just as, if not slightly, more important. Creedmaker, the leader of the Makers, feeling that he's been backed into a corner, has decided to switch sides and team up with Azrak and help him kidnap Thera. So I summoned Cthulhu, like the actual Cthulhu, to somehow get me to where Azrak is. Hey man, I just lost my dog. Can you help me find her?
Yeah, dude, let me just summon the Ancient Ones.
Yeah, so the Ancient One was actually really friendly and very helpful. Which is more than I can say about Cthulhu, as he vores the Slayer, and once he gets out, Thera's powers has awakened, completing the heart and making Azrak very powerful, as he decides to use 3 Cthulhus to trap the Slayer. So the Slayer detonates his chest, killing him, and those all too familiar words appear on the screen.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
And this is somehow the first time that the Doom Slayer, or Doom Guy, has gone to hell in the natural way. Anyway, he gets resurrected and he goes straight to Creedmaker to kill him. And then he goes to fight Azrak. But in the middle of the fight, he kills Sarat, my dragon. First they kill Daisy. Now they kill Sarat. Somebody will pay. Also, Thera's fine now, she was saved. I haven't seen a story this big in a Doom game since Doom 3. Speaking of which, I do read your guys' comments on my last video, and while you don't agree with me with my opinion about the game, you did keep it civilized in the comments and actually taught me about its development history and why it turned out the way it is, which gave me a newfound appreciation for the game. Still ranked the lowest because it's bad, but newfound appreciation. But with a story this good, why are people hating Doom the Dark Ages? It's because it's not Doom Eternal 2. It is its own game with its own identity, which is great because that makes this Doom game stand out so much from the rest. But this is not what people are expecting from a sequel. People want a similar experience, but having the developers build upon it to make it better. But just like I keep saying, it is such a fun game. Once you get into the rhythm of the combat, every encounter becomes exciting. Although the game started off very slow. But once they finally introduced everything, the game started to pick up. I feel like the upgrade system in this game is the best in the series, as you get early upgrades fairly easily, and mastery of a weapon is no longer necessary. You get a cool skin with the mastery of a weapon, but once you buy the final upgrade, then you're done. You no longer have to buy the final upgrade and then work more to make the gun the best it can be. That doesn't mean the game is perfect. The biggest issue I have is that the bosses are extremely easy and bland. Where's the flair? In Eternal, against the Maker, you were running around trying to fight Khan, who is flying around, and then you hookshot them to deal massive damage. But the Maker fight here was just really dull. Even the last 2 fights against Azrak just felt dull. But I've already ranked all of the other Doom games, so how does Dark Ages rank against the rest? Well, it's really hard to say because it's all down to personal preference. What kind of a game do you want to play? A really fast-paced shooter filled with glory kills everywhere you look? Or a much slower but smoother shooter experience? Personally, I prefer the latter. I truly do love this game, even though it's nothing like its predecessor. And I think that's what makes me love this game so much. It has its own identity. Doom has always struggled with the games being too similar to one another that it's not until a massive reboot happens does it suddenly feel like Doom is evolving. So it's nice that Dark Ages is taking a risk to try and differentiate itself from the other games. It is reinventing the Doom gameplay. Sure, you are still killing hordes and hordes of demons, but now the gameplay has never been smoother. It is different, I know. It took me a while to get used to it, but it was an amazing experience and you need to play this game for yourself. So finally, the list has been updated to include the newest one. But despite what the list says, it's all down to personal preference. Every one of these games was extremely fun to play. You can pick any game on this list and have fun with it, as there has never been a bad Doom game except for you. But what do you guys think? Did you like Doom the Dark Ages, or did you want Doom Eternal 2? Let me know in the comments below. And Thank you again for summoning the Ancient One to help me find my dog.
Yeah, he actually texted me this morning asking how the dog is.
Great guy.
Quite the opposite, actually. He's destroying New York City.
Wow, that's really sad. Alright, Schnookums, let's go home. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, you should hit that subscribe button. I would like to thank all of my Patreons, and you should check out another one of my videos. They're pretty good.